Have you ever felt like you're constantly swimming against the current? Just fighting something all the time? Well, what if there's a totally different way to move through life? Today, we're going to explore a really powerful lesson that's inspired by something as simple and honestly as profound as the clouds. It's such a simple idea, right? But it connects us directly to the natural world. It's basically an invitation to just look up, see ourselves in those drifting, changing shapes, and consider a really beautiful shift in how we see things.
So if we're a part of nature, just like the clouds, why does life so often feel like a struggle? It really comes down to one fundamental conflict, the one thing that truly separates us from pretty much the rest of the natural world.
Okay, this is the foundational idea, the bedrock of it all. We are not separate from the world around us. We're an essential, built-in piece of it. It's so easy to forget this in our busy, structured lives, but it's the absolute truth.
And here's where it gets tricky. This is the paradox of our greatest human asset, the power to choose. On one hand, it's an incredible gift, right? It lets us think, plan, and take action. But on the other hand, it can totally become a trap. When we live too much up in our heads, we get stuck in these endless loops of overthinking, and we end up fighting the very flow of life itself.
Now, when we say fighting life, it's super important to be clear on what life with a capital L means here. We're not talking about daily frustrations like getting stuck in traffic. We're talking about the bigger, more mysterious cosmic flow, the unknown forces that shape our lives way beyond our own little plans. So what's the solution to all this fighting? Well, believe it or not, we can find a hint just by looking up at the sky. By simply watching the clouds, we can actually learn a completely different way of being.
Just think about it for a second. Clouds are always in a state of flux, always transforming. They don't resist the winds that push and pull and reshape them into something new. They don't have our gift, or our curse, of choice, so they just exist in this state of perfect acceptance. They literally are the definition of going with the flow.
And that right there, that's the core of it. That's the big difference. The clouds surrender to the forces shaping them, while we, with our powerful minds, we often do the exact opposite. We resist, we fight, we try to control absolutely everything.
Okay, so what are we supposed to do with this? Just float around aimlessly like a cloud? No, not at all. There's a really practical way forward that combines our unique human abilities with the wisdom we can learn from the clouds.
This is so crucial to get. Aligning with life doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It is not inaction. It's actually a smarter, more effective way to engage with the world by using our strengths first and then learning to trust a process that's bigger than we are.
So here's the game plan. It sounds simple, but it is so profound. Step 1, use your incredible human brain. Think, plan, figure things out. Step 2, take action. Do everything you possibly can to move things forward. And then, and this is the absolute key, step 3, you let go. You release your death grip on the outcome and you align with that greater power of life. And what happens when we practice this? Well, when we stop fighting, we're not just left floating in the wind. Instead, we allow life to start shaping us, to sculpt us into a form that is in the end more fitting and more authentic for who we're really meant to be. And all this brings us to the ultimate goal, right? Moving from a state of constant battle to a state of profound trust. It's about letting ourselves be shaped by life instead of constantly trying to bend it to our will.
So let me ask you this, and it's a question to really sit with for a minute. What would change for you? How would your decisions, your stress levels, your sense of peace, how would all of that be different if you could just operate from a place of deeper trust in how your life is unfolding?
Think of this as a call to surrender, but not from a place of weakness, but from a place of incredible strength. It's trusting that there is a wisdom in the universe that's working to shape us. Our job is just to do our part and then allow that process to unfold.
And look, I get it if this sounds a little out there, a little mysterious, a little mystical. That's totally fine. But this idea is grounded in real, lived experience. It isn't just a theory, it's something you can actually feel and see in your own life the moment you decide to stop fighting. So I want to leave you with one final provocative question to carry with you. If you were to let go just a little bit and stop fighting the winds of change, what kind of masterpiece might you become? What beautiful, authentic shape is life trying to sculpt you into right at this very moment?